Gosh. There we go. This is what you should be seeing after all. Okay. We're so back. So boss number 1, the tutorial boss. Thank you, Nightbot. It was the clown guy where you get to phase 2 and he takes off his face and he uses the face as a weapon. It's really fun. It's a good boss. It's a good boss. It's good. It's good. We're gonna change B to good. Oh, my eyes hurt. Have I been blinking enough? It's kind of hard to tell. You fight him again at some point. I don't know if he shows up here again. Round 2 doesn't show up here on this tier list. Where he becomes like a swamp monster type of guy. I don't have any problems with him. He doesn't like wow me, but he does the job very, very well. The boss number 1 and you're in the late game boss, like round 2. Round 2 didn't like inspire me a whole lot. I'm gonna leave him at good. Donkey guy. Honestly, this is the only boss in the game I one tapped pretty much. Well, I guess like some phase 1s I did toward the end. I don't remember this fight too much. It's another good tutorial boss. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It teaches you like parrying a little bit more and positioning and like all your different options. It's a good boss. I don't like his drop. I don't like his donkey hat. I wish we got some better like outfits. We got really good outfits in the game, but I want to dress up like the bosses more often rather than just like these random alchemists or not alchemists. Alchemists? If they have this kind of mask, are they not an alchemist? Are they an alchemist or are they the stalkers? Anyway, I really liked don't know their names. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know their names, but I really like this boss fight. It was the first boss fight or the first part of the game where you're gonna be there for a good chunk of time if you weren't familiar enough. I think the fight's really fun. The phase 2 changes it up enough, but not too much. I like this guy. I like this guy. He really taught me parrying. That fight was fun. Oh, is this the robot of the future or whatever? It's kind of weird that it's on here, to be honest. It does have a boss health bar, and I did make the argument that it was a boss. But it is kind of weird to have it on here, since they're, like, just big random enemies. Hold on, I'll rename A to Love 'em. Love 'em. C, let's rename to whatever, I guess, question mark. So this guy is in the same area as the robot of the future, I believe, and I didn't go back to him until like a little bit later. I was definitely over level. I was a few story bosses ahead when I went back to this guy, and I went back to him just for the sake of it, just to collect his stuff. I didn't have to kill him, but I did it. Go back to this. Ah! No! Oh, I've been hard again. Oh, man. This guy was still, like, kind of difficult. I did him... I won the fight in one attempt. I'd put him above the clown. Is that a clown? Anyway, I'm gonna put him at the top of good tier. How about that? Tier list maker needs to fix their website. Every single person I see make a tier list has issues putting things. Okay, well now it's okay. But everyone has issues putting like things in first, and they have to like just move them. I'll put them on the top of the good tier. The furnace fight was another one that I loved. It was like the fight that really mattered in that area. Parrying was really satisfying. Some of the fire attacks I never figured out, really. I don't particularly like the design, like the model. Like it's a well-made model, but I don't really care for it. But that's just like, I know what they were going for, and they did a good job. It wasn't supposed to be a human-y robot. It was supposed to be a robot that does a job. But I mean, like that's the worst thing I could say about it. It was a fun fight. This guy, I have no idea who this is. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. List of Lies of P bosses. Who is this guy? He's not even on here. Wait. It's not. Oh, he's not a main boss, I guess. Mini bosses. The Atoned. What? He drops the cable railway key and the Atoned mask. Did I fight him? I closed my game, so I can't check to see if I don't remember him. D for... Didn't fight / don't remember. Right? Wait, hold on. Lies of P the Atone. Maybe if I see like a screenshot of the area. Oh, it was that person. She made me feel bad for fighting her, but she was the aggressor. I mean, I didn't dislike the fight necessarily. She was the first enemy to really do a lot of poison damage. Whatever, I guess. I don't know. It didn't feel like it should have actually been a boss fight, and the boss fight part didn't really feel earned. I love the bishop. All of the main story bosses, I like a lot. They did a really good job. Would I put this one in S tier? This is the first boss that really gave me some issues, and this one took like 27-ish attempts. Cause phase 2, I couldn't figure out some of the attacks. Phase 1 was really fun to fight, really satisfying getting the parries. Most of the game I did parries, like I said. The build-up was cool, like seeing a glimpse of him and then actually fighting him and then getting the real reveal when phase 2 starts. I think I definitely put this above the other two. I wanted to... Wait, did I put an extra space in there? Yes, I did. I wanted to fight more. So fun. I should probably lead with so fun, huh? So fun. I wanted to fight more. So this fight, I think this was another really good fight. The first fight against the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, the way you have to figure out to juggle the different siblings is really interesting. I think like around here, most of the story bosses had their own thing about them. And this one was that the siblings tagged in and out depending on how much damage you do to each enemy. Mainly the main boss, but then the others. You could get rid of them, or you could just mow down the main guy. I think that was like a really well executed. And also like just fighting the main boss guy here, it was fun. We'll get back to the continuation of this later, 100%. The White Lady, which is what the heck? What the heck? The White Lady. Honestly, another whatever fight for me. I think I wanted more from her. It seemed like when she appeared and like the stage in which she set up on, I guess like the visual storytelling and the voice lines that we got, like that was pretty much it. There's probably some other things to allude to her part in the lore, but it felt over really quickly. The boss fight was interesting. Like it was fine. She's like a poker. She poked you a lot. And I felt bad when I killed her, but I mean, she didn't seem that significant. The clown guy, he's good. I'll put him at the top of good. He's definitely better than these guys, 100%. But I didn't like love him necessarily. Good fight. When he appeared again as not a boss. It was a different fight. I probably shouldn't talk about that. It was different circumstances and the boss played differently. It was a good fight. I liked fighting him. I liked parrying his like bop, bop. Okay. King of the Puppets. I loved it. I didn't want to fight it more because I definitely fought him a lot because I kept dying to to Romeo. The King of the Puppets fights is really, really good. Top would love him, definitely. Where does this rank out of the Souls games you've played? I think... You asked me that. Okay. Just to clarify to everyone who doesn't know, I started with Elden Ring last year, and then at the beginning of this year, I played Dark Souls 1 and then Dark Souls 2. And they all had their merits, even Dark Souls 2, even though that was frustrating. I think I put this one above Dark Souls 1 and 2. I don't think I could put it above Elden Ring. Elden Ring is so big and different, and they did what they did so well. There's no way I put this above Elden Ring. But I think I had more fun playing this than Dark Souls 1 and 2. Dark Souls 1 and 2 are like definitely very different games. But this game has a lot of options of like combat and leveling up your character and then the skill tree. I feel like Dark Souls 1 and 2 tries to confuse you with like their different stats. Some really good and really fun weapons are locked behind these secret things, and it's cool. It's fine that they're locked. I didn't even get all the weapons in this game, but at Dark Souls 1 and 2, I felt like, I guess mainly with Dark Souls 2, which is what I'm thinking of. Dark Souls 2 had a lot of really fun weapons, but most of those were locked to DLC or something like really, really difficult. Like in Dark Souls 2, I was using a Twin Blade build, and I stopped towards the end of the game because the only Twin Blade with good dexterity scaling was locked behind like winning 100 matches in PvP or something crazy like that. And Dark Souls 2 had like the whole like stats and adaptability, blah 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 blah. And Dark Souls 1 is really, really good. And it's definitely like better than Lies of P in some ways, like map design, world design. I think the identity of Dark Souls is more clear even before hindsight. When Dark Souls 1 came out, you knew what it was, and Lies of P, I think with the aesthetics it has its own identity pretty well. But it still feels like an amalgamation of like all the best things about Souls. Not all of them. Not all of them. I shouldn't say that. But Lies of P, I think Lies of P finds its footing with the environment and the stories it's telling. I like the item customization. I love the player augmentation with the skill tree. I like that a lot. I don't know if there's much to expand upon that, except with the weapons. Like, just do more with the weapons. I think they could do that. But me personally, and maybe just because Lies of P is newer and it feels newer, I would choose that. Also, like, through most of this game, and I'll get to it at some point, again, almost every time I died in this game, the death felt earned. And there are some, like, there's a couple, like, cheap deaths that they like a guy hiding around the corner that pushes you off the ledge. There's a few things of that in this game. Dark Souls 1 has that throughout, and it does a good job of like developing the world and telling you what kind of game it is, but I prefer the way Lies of P did it. It's really close with Dark Souls 1, and I do need to play Dark Souls 1 again because it's been like almost a year. It's going on a year, 10 months, whatever. But anyway, that's the long answer. But yeah, King of the Robots, fun fight. I fought him like more times than I should have because I died to Romeo. Not more times than I should have necessarily. It was hard figuring out the attack patterns. I really like the King of the Robots fight. I liked like, and looking at the boss initially, I didn't think he would have the amount of character that he did, but it was really cool. Romeo was really frustrating, but after I won, if it was a fight on its own, I would want to fight more. Did I want to fight this one more? I feel like I need to reassess this. I think I need to reassess this, actually. Let's change this to whatever. And we'll bring these guys down. We'll say this is good. And then we'll bring these guys down. I don't want to just say very good. Had a lot of fun. Like, I had a lot of fun with these two, but I didn't love them necessarily. Like, when they were done, I was like, okay, it's time. This one was really fun to fight. This one, I still had fun fighting the king. But I didn't necessarily want to... Did I want to fight this guy more? I fought him a lot. It was over by the time. It should have been over by the time. But did I want to fight? Maybe I wanted to fight more. It was like a bad ranking. How should I word this? Can't wait to fight again. Smiley face. I don't want to rank them based on difficulty. I think, like, how much I enjoyed the fight is important, and that can mean different things for different bosses. This guy, I definitely wanted to fight again. I think I enjoyed his fight over Romeo just because I think the guys in these kinds of games where they're just, like, big and muscular. Sorry for, like, being off the camera for a second. I'll try to keep the mic closer in frame. I think these guys that are muscular are just so funny and fun in this game. Like, if he had, like, a big hammer, oh my gosh, imagine he'd be final boss material 100%. But yeah, this guy's really fun. I love his like his charisma. We fight in this battle arena and he does these like warrior poses and well, not warrior, but he does these poses and chants. It's like really funny. This guy, what was his problem? He didn't smell my blood or something, and so he was a doctor who's like, as a doctor, I'll kill you. I one-tried him, but he still almost killed me. That was like what? Like, well, get over yourself. Where's your PhD? I didn't see one in there. Yeah, the fight's over. He had a weapon that I could have had. I'm sure she did too. Actually, probably all these guys do, but like, this guy was, whatever. Okay, the swamp monster. I died to this guy more times than I should have, and including phase 2, it broke out of the prediction, and I had to, and I lost Ace a lot of points. I felt bad. The swamp monster is like a fun fight. If you're like dialed in, it's a fun fight. I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of stuff going on there. I definitely got hit by things that I'm upset about, but I do want to fight again. But just to, like, to get round 2, you know? Just to, like, because, like, I think when I beat the swamp monster, I was like, I want to try this fight again to solidify it in my heart. You know what I mean? I had fun. I didn't hate my time with the boss design. Let's move on. Phase 2. I think this phase 2 is really cool. And I died to it because it was a phase 2. I died to it as much as I did because it was a phase 2. I think this guy is like, it was a really cool callback, the first callback to an earlier boss. And so getting the parries was like really satisfying. Like, oh, I remember that, and bringing it back in a different way, because he had a bunch of, for every move that he brought back from this fight, he had a new one, for better or for worse. Oh, you know, that reminds me, there was a character at the beginning of the game which was like, I'm a sick little boy, where's my cop friend? And there was never a follow-up to that I know of. Am I crazy? Anyway, did I love this fight, though? The grab, I'll put it at the top of had a lot of fun. I think I put this guy a little bit lower, to be honest. If I do, like, a second, like, a New Game Plus, and I can actually understand what this guy's saying, then maybe I'll feel differently, but he is just a robot. Yeah, I had a lot. Yeah, I'll leave him and had a lot of fun. Honestly, the otter was good. The otter was a good fight. It took like 3 attempts for me to fight him. Yeah, it was fun. I felt bad when I killed her. I didn't have to kill her apparently. It was optional. But it was a good boss fight, and I think as far as the stalkers go, this character really like stands out with the whiskers. I think the whiskers are really funny. If I were to wear one of these masks, I would probably wear this one. It was good. It was good. I didn't have a whole lot of fun, I guess. I wouldn't put it on had a lot of fun tier, but it was good. I had some fun. This random enemy? This random enemy made me feel dumb. It made me feel dumb. I'll leave the typo. Made me feel dumb. That like this fight just frustrated me at the end. But is that like? I'm not really ranking it on the difficulty. It just kind of like. Oh, this boss. Whatever. Whatever. I think that's a good representation. What is this? I know what this is, but I don't know what this is. It's not a mini boss. Is this a? Oh, this is the corrupted parade master, and this is the where is the parade master? Okay. Okay, so he is on this as a different thing. I did not recognize it. Obviously. It was good. It was fine. It was fine. I'll like the good tier. I'll fight again. Whatever. I'll fight him again, but it's not whatever. I don't really have a lot of opinions about this, but these guys are good. These guys are good boss fights. They didn't really like they each have like some of them have their own like little gimmicks too, which is really cool for their individuality, and keeping them fresh upon like new playthroughs. They're good boss fights. They're good boss fights. But they're not, I don't think, the ones you'll look forward to. I think anything in Had a Lot of Fun and Up are boss fights that you would look forward to. Or at least I think you would. I know you. Okay, anyway. Here we go. The round 2 with the Black Rabbit Hood Brotherhood. So this boss fight was supposed to be like, it was supposed to be dumb. It was supposed to be fun. Noted. Yeah, you guys better be keeping your notes. The round 2 of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, we are actually fighting all of them at the same time. Pretty much. This fight is annoying. Here, I look forward to not fighting. There we go. That's good. That's good because it's the same for this thing. It's like this is just like a dumb boss fight that attacks really quickly. Every single attack that they give hits you out of an attack, and then there's 2 of them suddenly. Oh, this one though, yeah, this one is something that I'll never look forward to. Actually, well, no, I have the ring, right? I got the ring, so in New Game Plus, you could just zoom past this fight. But yeah, in a base game like this, fighting all 3 siblings, like by the time this guy comes back out, then it's a fun fight. But when it's just like this guy and the 2 others, like you finally get an opening and they throw something at you, it's like, oh my bad, I should have listened to the audio cue. Oh, there is none. This guy, the Wall Guardian, is that what he's called? I could have been looking at the names the whole time. Oh, my bad. My bad. The Door Guardian. He was fine. He had a neat gimmick where most of the damage done was through like stance breaking, so you like had to do parries. But I mean, there was like no boss music. There's no voice lines. The arena was kind of drab. Like this guy, I'm probably never gonna fight again. This guy, I'll fight again, and there'll be like something to it. But it's whatever. I should put this person above the robot at least, right? Get it right. My bad. Never again. Okay, so there's 2 bosses on here I did not fight because of my moral. Let's make this gray, and let's make this add a row below. Oh wait, hold on, I did this wrong. So this new row is gray. Didn't fight. I'm just gonna put both the siblings there. The black cat mask and the fox mask. I liked the story that it ended up being, but it did feel like kind of shallow by the end. I almost wish I saw them more, but I didn't fight them. I'm glad I didn't fight them because I have a heart. You get certain bosses based on if you lie or not. Basically, like these 2 bosses, when I got to them at the end, they pretty much like said, hey, if you give me a gold coin fruit, I see us as friends. If you give me a gold coin fruit, I won't fight you. I'll just let you pass. I'm a product of my environment. It's not my fault, dude. But yeah, like these characters grew on me. Fighting a boss based on if you lie or not. I know you could have avoided this boss, this girl, with the Chihuahua mask or whatever that is. But I didn't have the opportunity to lie, so I ended up having to fight her. There might be other bosses like that, like maybe the other stalkers with the masks. If I pretend to be human or something, maybe that's a thing in New Game Plus. You could definitely avoid this person. I just didn't have the pose to avoid it. But yeah, all of the bosses that you could avoid are mini bosses rather than main story bosses. Thank you for the shadow. Yes, sir! I guess you conquered the game while I lurked on mute. Didn't want to spoil it too badly. Yeah, oh, I did. And I took a short break, and I was giving a bunch of people some shout-outs. Welcome back, BP. I'm ranking all of the bosses currently. And I'm now talking about the bosses in the later game. At least somewhat, so just a little heads up. I hope you enjoyed your Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, phase 1 of this boss. What's her name? Laxasia, the Complete. It was a fun fight. I had fun. I almost beat phase 1 on my first try. Would I put her in Lovem? This boss fight is really fun. Like, I think phase 1 is something I would look forward to. I would put her at the top of Lovem. It was a really fun fight. Which helped trying over and over again. Yeah, I enjoyed the fight. I love them. And I could wait to fight her again, but it was a fun fight. RIP Quagsire. Speaking of phase 2 is really quick, whether I die or whether I win. I think phase 2 is really fun, and like with the certain attacks that I could parry in that fight, with the cutscene building up to it, I almost wish I could have fought her pre-patch. Just so, like, if she was more difficult, then if I could have been in the boss fight longer. Or her attacks would have just been faster. That's the only difference. Her health wouldn't have been larger. Anyway, yeah, really, I honestly can't wait to get a round 2 in, because it's a really fun fight. Okay, this guy. Like, maybe I have to sleep on it a little bit. I don't know. I'd say it was a really good boss fight. I didn't necessarily have a lot of fun. Well, I'm a big fan. Love them. Let's clarify. Had a lot of... Did I have a lot of fun with him? He didn't do a whole lot unique on his own before phase 2. And it became a chore kind of to fight him. And then I got frustrated. He brought out those new attacks. He was a really good boss fight. I wouldn't say that I had fun fighting him though. He's honestly like more of a means to the end. Getting to this fight and this fight. Wait, why is it the fight? Wait, where's the actual last boss? Okay, whatever. His phase 2. I think especially after I learned that I could dodge roll in the game. I would say the phase 2 was fun. It started to feel like a dance again. And you can say the same thing about phase 1, but phase 1 isn't anything like really special. He just mixes you up sometimes. I think I do put this at the top of big fan. Again, I probably have to think about it. It's still technically a hot take, but it's a good boss fight. It makes you use every tool in your disposal pretty much, and I think that's what makes a really good boss fight. A good culmination of everything. It was a good mirror to Elden Ring's Radagon, and it was not a good mirror to the Elden Beast, which is a good thing. Because at a certain point, the Elden Beast just feels like a chore. 100%. So this guy is definitely... He's not Radagon, and I don't think he could ever be Radagon, but he's really good. Okay, Nameless Puppet. I think they did a really good job with the fight. It only has phase 1 on here. Oddly. Yeah, they just took the pictures straight from Fextra Life. Alright, whatever. Yeah. So Nameless Puppet. Yeah, I would say it didn't give me the difficulty as other bosses did. And maybe it has something to do with my level. But it was really fun. It was a really fun fight, and I can't wait to fight again. Like, it was flashy, but still difficult. Getting the parries was really satisfying. And it was like, maybe it was because of something I got from... It must have been one of my... Oh, you know what it probably was? With my skill tree, I think I unlocked something where it was like, upon a perfect guard, the enemy gets stunned a little bit. I don't think that works on any of the bosses except for this one. Which is why that happened so much, and maybe why it felt like really easy to beat him. Not really easy, but like easy enough, like 6 tries. Don't mean to brag, but it was a really fun fight and a really good like final boss fight. The story, the setup, the execution, the flashiness, the parries, and he didn't have a command grab. I did not have to worry about a command grab. But yeah, that's the this is gonna be my ranking. Top 5. Number 1, Nameless Puppet. I closed the tab. Draxaja. Phase 2. Victor. Phase 2. Wait, where's Victor Phase 1? He's not on here either. Whatever. It's like pretty similar. I guess I get it. Romeo, and then what's her name? Phase 1. Really fun game. I was worried, like, I was worried around this boss fight, chronologically, that there was only a couple boss fights left. And luckily, there were multiple. Not all of them were crazy. Like, this guy doesn't even have a portrait, he's just a guy. But I'm glad there was still so much game left. I think... Once they do DLC, as long as they have like 10 boss fights ish, something like these guys, and if they're all designed like these guys or with the care that these guys have, I can't wait. It's a piece of fun game. I didn't like all the boss fights, but honestly, that ratio, like almost worst case scenario, these ones are forgettable. These two are annoying, but like I think they're supposed to be. Like that's the point. You can't have like smooth sailing for most of the game. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna put it in my Discord If anyone else has played Lies of P, you guys can put your rankings in the Discord as well. Let me wait, where did my download go? And what time is it? It's 12:30. It's getting a little late. Oh, wait on. Lies of P boss tier list. Maybe you should clarify and say it's mine. Anyway, I could continue the stream and play Xmas Apocalypse. It's a game gifted to me by my friend Raul. It's a funny little Santa game where I'm not entirely sure what I do. Should I play it? I'm a little tired, to be honest. It was Christmas, by the way, guys. Merry Christmas. Hope everyone's had a wonderful holiday so far. Honestly, I do want to play it still, and maybe I'll play it some other time. Probably not. I probably won't play it other time this week, but maybe next year. I'm tired. My eyes are tired. This light has been on me for 4 hours. If I started the stream when I wanted to originally, I probably would be able to play it now, but again, I am a little tired. Yo, thank you, BP. I appreciate it. Wait, when did you send that? Did you just now send that? I appreciate the shout out. It doesn't work, but it's a thought that counts. Let me see who's streaming right now. I'm gonna raid out. I'm gonna end stream for today, guys. Thank you all for being here. Yo, let's raid out to Mallory Valerie 17. She's doing Mallory Christmas. Oh, that's like Merry Christmas. Let's raid out to Mallory Valerie. Mallory, friend of the stream. Very fun time over there. Play some variety games. Right now, she's playing some Star Citizen. She's really funny, too, as well. By the way, and yeah, let's. I'm gonna begin the raid. Thank you all for being here today. I appreciate you. And yo, Bronner, again, thank you so much for the raid earlier. It means a lot. It means a lot. But yeah, it was fun. I hope everyone's had a wonderful day. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Are there other holidays still going on? Happy other holidays. Not counting. You know what? Well, there's New Year's. Well, let me start the raid, actually. Holidays. Not counting. You know what? Well, there's... Did I just unmute myself? What the heck? Okay. Alright, yeah, I hit M before I was, like, actually in the thing. But yeah, highly recommend Mallory Valerie. Always a fun time over there. But yeah, thank you all for being here today. It's been nice hanging out with all of you, and... Yo, shout out Lies of P. But yeah, I'll be back Wednesday for some... I'm going to be starting a new run of Pokemon Infinite Fusion. I was doing Nuzlocke of that, and I have not beaten the game normally in a Nuzlocke, and it's time for the run back. It's been like 6 months. If you're not in here for Pokemon, I've got Five Nights at Freddy's in VR this Friday. I'm gonna be... It's Friday's FNAF Help Wanted 1. I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's 2 for the first time. And next week, I don't know how soon I'm gonna start Dark Souls 3, but I am gonna play Dark Souls 3 at some point. I think it'll be a really fun time. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Have a good one. I appreciate you. If I don't see you this week, then have a good week. Bye bye. Good night.
Oh, shit!
Yo!
Hey! Cousin, welcome in. Hi, Raiders. Gosh. Hold on, let me bop over to here. Okay. Hi! Oh, there was his face. How's it going? How's your stream? Welcome in. My name is Mallory Valerie 17. You can call me Mallory or Mal. Either one is fine. Just don't call me don't call me Valerie. I almost said Mallory. What the fuck? I'm struggling with words today, as per usual. But I'm a variety streamer. Usually stream on Mondays and Wednesdays. We're streaming kind of late tonight because I don't have work tomorrow because Christmas. Woo! Yeah, Mallory Christmas. It is Christmas here for about 21 more minutes, so we're soaking in that Mallory Christmas energy. Yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. And what were you playing? Liza P, how is that going? I got to catch a little bit of it that one day. Is it everything it's hyped up to be? I've seen quite a few people playing that lately. It's on sale right now, I think. But yeah, I'm currently playing Star Citizen, but usually play a variety of games. Souls-like wise, I'm currently working on Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I'm getting pretty far in that. Just beat the Guardian Ape and Guardian Ape Part 2 the other day. But yeah, we play stuff from The Sims, Star Citizen, Sekiro, everything that starts with S, basically. But we're not limited to that. But yeah, so thanks for hopping in, y'all. And obviously, Nick, if you need to raid and run, totally understand. Or if you need to, you know, get some food, drink, rest, whatever, totally get it. But yeah.